What are you guys wearing today?
Put a girl on. Put a girl on. That guy he's one of the funniest people on TikTok. Not funnier than watching the downfall of Mr. fucking Greedy, bro.
It's not even that. He never loses, dude.
He's unstoppable.
I've never seen him not get food.
Have you guys seen those fucked up Indian games on TikTok where they make children
talk about
play
every
for
week?
Food? Well, we're talking about it again. Michael was I fucking pointed something out and it was killing Michael. Whenever you watch one of their goddamn videos, the tag that people search up the most to find their videos is this kid. His name is they nicknamed him Mr. Greedy because he just will.
If he wins once, he tries to win again.
Yeah, he will literally take food out of people's mouths. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. So they've nicknamed him Mr. Greedy.
Real native.
Yeah, he's real. He's a true Indian.
He's the king of
He's
India.
holding it down. Yeah, he's the King Haitian. But the number one thing that people search for to find this dude's videos is Mr. Greedy crying.
No, that's not what that. What that means is the most popular thing in the comments
is people commenting.
Yeah,
they
Mr. Greedy. Yeah, so then the link becomes Mr. Greedy crying.
Damn. So that's what people are talking about.
Everyone is saying, yeah.
That they want to see Mr. Greedy fucking cry.
Like, it's thousands of people just hating Mr. Greedy in the comment section.
They hate him because he's a fucking winner, bro.
He's a dickhead, dude.
He is. That child, that hungry child in India is a raging dickhead.
Raging dickhead, bro.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Whatever.
Fuck that little fucking Indian.
And they're expanding.
He looks like a monster.
Not only do they have hungry children playing that game, they also have mentally retarded, full middle-aged men.
Not hungry. That one's a big guy.
Well, they tend to like. I don't know what people like. Mental disabilities, but they have a more efficient way of processing food than we do.
Yeah, dude, look at me.
I think if a Downs person, if like someone with Down syndrome, if they had a clean enough diet, I don't think they would shit. I think their bodies are insanely more efficient than ours because they're able to get so many more calories from the food that we eat than they do. So
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Their bodies are just more efficient. So we need to start sending them into space.
I think it's probably
they need less supplies.
I think it's they're just like, I don't want to shit today, and their body's like, all right, we don't have to.
You think
they do that for months?
Do you think people like with Down syndrome they're in touch with their bodies that much? Where it's just like we're not shit today,
level, dude.
And their stomach's like understood.
It's spiritual level, dude.
I
like,
wish
I want to cum my pants right now, and then it's like, all right,
your body's like, you got it.
I'm feeling you, bro. I'm feeling you, bro. Retract it. Okay.
Is that whenever they just start randomly, they just start smiling hard as shit in public? They're like, I just came.
Yep.
And this fucking hoggies.
Yes, at Costco.
I
yelled immigrants, and then I came in Costco.
They always just walk in front of the chicken, and they go, they hit him with they hit him with all 32.
It goes. It's just a slow smile.
And they're old. Their parents are always old.
Yeah. Well,
even if they have like a young kid with Down syndrome, the parents are like 30 and they have gray hair. What is up with that?
They have a young kid with Down syndrome? You just answered your own question, dude.
Is that how stressful it is? It's
I would assume.
Having a child with Down syndrome is more stressful than being the president.
All right. I'll rank it. It goes president, having a child with Down syndrome, daughter dating a black dude.
That's the most stress.
Oh, you think it's the other way? It might be. All right. Daughter dating a black dude, president, child with Down syndrome.
No, president's below child with Down syndrome.
You think so?
Fuck
so you think it goes dating a black dude, child with Down syndrome, president, crippling debt.
Crippling
son dating a black dude.
Crippling debt's like 1,000 on that list. That kills people. Crippling debt kills people. That's how stressful
dating
having
a black
your
dude
daughter
is killing
dating a black guy
too.
is.
I guarantee you people have heart attacks all the time. Imagine
as soon as your little like daughter is like, yeah, I have a boyfriend. You're like, oh, you've been in college for 2 months. You already have a boyfriend. What's his name? Tyrone. And that's immediately when your heart's like,
you live in Arkansas. You work at a farm.
Yeah, and then you fucking pass away.
You eat barbecue all day. Your white daughter's never seen a black man. You send her off to get some higher education. She comes back talking that rap music talk.
She starts sending you links to Spotify and SoundCloud, and you turn it on. You're like, well, I don't have a relationship with my daughter anymore.
She keeps sending me articles about how they're still not free.
Dude, I think if I had converted to Islam, I don't think my parents would have ever talked to me again.
No, they wouldn't.
I think
Mine wouldn't either.
If I became a Muslim, dude, I think my parents would be done with me. They'd be like, we've put up with a lot of your bullshit.
That's too much.
But being a Muslim, you've crossed the line.
That's
with
where
us.
my parents would say that too. If I got someone pregnant, which is a big no-no in Catholics, they'd be like, all right, Michael, we'll deal with that. But if I said, Mom, I think Allah might be the way, she'd slap me, dude.
Yeah, they would just be done with you.
Open fist, they'd hit me.
I think I gave myself an irregular heartbeat with that joke when I pounded my chest. Hold on, I gotta check my heartbeat. Yeah, dude, if you told your parents you were Muslim, they would the Crusades 2.0. Yeah, they would crusade you.
I am a Catholic. I'm the king of the Crusades, the modern Crusades. If it pops off, I'm here.
I can't find my heartbeat. I might be dead right now.
The Catholic Church has been listening to this podcast and they're like, yeah, he's finally awakening. He's finally awakening. He's going to lead the new Crusades into the Holy Land and conquer.
Yeah, I would get behind you.
Catholic churches. I know, everyone would.
I'm the kind
I'd fight in the front line.
I'm the kind of leader that gives like one of the most powerful hype up speeches before the battle, and then I see too that everyone gets on the battlefield before I do, and I go, "Holy shit, we're getting creamed, guys! Retreat!"
I'm the one that's in the front.
I'm George Washington.
I'm in the front with everybody.
You're in the front with the armor,
leading everybody.
Yeah, because you're the biggest fucking target. They go, let's send him in first. They're gonna exhaust their first wave of weapons on him. Spears, bows.
No, what really happened is,
and then the rest of us are gonna have a good chance of getting close within shooting range of them.
That's how you think it goes.
You're the bullet
sponge. What really
sponge.
happens is they made the shield walls would collide, and then the big dudes would fight through them and get in the back lines.
What I think the most advantageous fighting period for you would be during like the Trojans and the Romans, because you would have a pivotal role.
I think either then or during medieval warfare when it was more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you were around during medieval warfare, dude, just like snipers today, because you would be, if you were in war today, you'd be carrying around the fucking LMG. Back then, they would put a bounty on your head of like 25 pieces.
They'd
of
have
gold.
to.
Yeah, and you would just get bowed to. They would see you and be like, boop, boop, boop. They'd be like 13 people.
I'd wear a
bowing
helmet
you.
all the time, dude.
No. You got to go back. You got to go back in time with like the Trojans and the Spartans, because it was all swords and shields, bro. And they would literally form like fucking defensive walls.
That's what the Romans did.
It's
called the Legion.
You would be fucking like a commander in the Legion.
No, that's not how. The Legion was very weird. So they had a Legion was like 30,000 people or some crazy number like that. And then they split up into legionaries who were like 6 legionaries. And they just would whip the legionnaires if they got out of line, like if they fell out of rank.
Good military.
Yeah.
That's what China and India does.
Yeah, and neither of them can gain a fucking inch.
Yeah, they lose
they
lose 50,000 people for a centimeter.
But what were we saying?
In the most worthless land. You want India? Do you actually want India? Nobody wants India. Indians don't even want India.
We were talking about the Romans. So you heard of Hannibal, obviously.
Hannibal?
Yeah, the general.
The black comedian?
Well, yeah.
Who exposed Cosby. Shout out to Hannibal.
But anyway, Hannibal the general in Carthage, did you know he led elephants through the fucking Alps? He led
war elephants
through the Alps.
I didn't know through the Alps, but yeah. No, I did know about war elephants.
Think about that. Like, that's through mountains, bro. Snow. He led elephants through snow.
Maybe they were still woolly.
He started out with 100,000 people.
I think he used woolly mammoths.
Mountains. Shut up, dude. They're Africans. They're African elephants.
Oh.
He made it through the mountains with 30,000 people. He lost 70,000 people.
You mean 300?
No.
How the hell
started
do you
with 100,000 people.
Oh, I thought you said they started with 30,000.
No, 100,000 people.
He lost 70% of his.
But that's nothing compared to what Rome was losing during the First Punic War. Rome did 5. They made 5 fleets, and 3 of them sunk from storms, dude. The first fleet got railed by Carthage because they had no idea what they were doing. And when the Romans realized they didn't know how to fight naval warfare, what they did is they made this thing called, I think it was a service or something, but it's just a giant like gateway with a giant spike on it. So what they do is when the Carthaginians, who are like masters at naval war, would go to crash into them, they would just swing this gateway down, smash into their ship, and just rush across as legionaries and just wipe the ship.
So
And they were just killing them.
they're like, we don't know how to fucking use ships, but what we do know is if you put down a bridge, we can run over that and just stab
kill
them.
you. Yeah. So what the Carthaginians, so imagine that you're a naval commander, you've had many victories, and you pull up and you're like, what the fuck are these retards doing? What is on their ship? They can't turn with that.
No.
They're so slow.
They probably saw them like pulling up from the shore. They're like, do you see that fucking warboat? They're like,
And then-
that has to be a lost transport ship. Like, no, it's a battleship. Fucking sink it. They just hit it with everything they had, and these fucking retarded Romans were like, what the fuck is going on?
Thankfully,
We
they
barely
didn't
know how
have
to use this
gunpowder.
goddamn thing.
They didn't have gunpowder back then. It was
It's like a
just
12-year-old driving a fucking Corolla.
The only way to sink ships back then were basically just running
It's
into
like a
each other.
12-year-old driving a Corolla in the hood and being like, I'm lost, and then
That's
just
honor.
getting fucking, you just see like 6 people on the corner just shooting at the car. The 12-year-old's like, oh my god, someone built a bridge and we can stab them. That's what they were up to.
That's what the Romans did.
That's pretty sweet. Do you think that gave way to the Vikings?
No, the Vikings,
Were they before them? Dude,
No.
I have no
they
concept
were
of history.
after, but they were just completely violent.
Good. That's
Viciously
probably what
violent.
they needed. Let me see. I have something
like
about
blood
this.
sacrifice violence, like Inca violence and Aztecian violence.
Aztecs?
Yeah, I could
Let's
go-
jump a little bit into the future. More modern history.
Oh fuck.
So we already touched on the War of 1812, but so that's the kind of leader Michael is. He's like the riding on a horse getting shot with 1,000 arrows. I'm more of a George Washington. I'm more of a I'm out of my goddamn mind.
Yeah,
People like
crush
me
religion.
because I can give a speech, but I'm also fucking crazy.
Crush the whip.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do to be a leader. He was so petty, dude. He hated the British so much, even though he was British. He hated the British so fucking much, and for whatever reason,
That's why I love
this is what I don't understand about. This is how much of a like fucking just straight up losers that entire region are.
What do you mean?
They're such losers, dude. They erect statues to the people that were English, even though they fucking hate England. And they still erect statues because they're like, he was a great explorer. Dude, they put a statue of George Washington up, I forget, in like England or something, or in London.
That's because everyone hates London. They have to.
Well, not only that, but like they still at that time they were like, he's a traitor, but he is so powerful and so strong or whatever. We still fuck with George Washington.
During that,
Not necessarily during, but like afterwards, like when it was all over, and especially after he died, they're like, damn, George Washington was the man. You guys got to remember, even though he hated us, he was British, which is such a British thing to
was
do.
the man in England.
He
in
was,
America,
yeah, he
bro.
did come from us, so we made that.
Yeah, we kind of.
He was, but he was so petty, dude. They were like, we want to erect a statue of you, but he was like, I'm never gonna step foot on English soil again. So you know what they did? They imported dirt from the United States to put as the base of his statue to honor his request of never stepping foot on British soil again. His statue over there is literally has American dirt under it. That is how fucking petty he is. That's how much you
Fuck
love this
England,
country.
bro.
That's how much I love this country. I would do horrific things to protect this country.
I'm never stepping foot on English soil again. That's cold.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Doesn't it go hard as fuck? He's like,
Yeah.
bring some dirt over. If you want a statue of me, you got to bring some of the American dirt, bro. Fuck your country. And they were like,
fuck your bitch ass country.
with all that,
You know,
they said,
all
okay.
the Americans are petty. You know what Thomas Jefferson did?
What was he up to?
Well, so he was like with the French. He was their diplomat with the French, and the French are like, well, he was bragging. He's like, you guys have no idea how big everything in America is. Everything's huge. Everything's gigantic. And the French are like, no, you have no idea what you're talking about. Nothing. No. And it's like, we have these things called mooses. They're ginormous. Describes a moose. French are just like, fuck you. That's not true. Thomas Jefferson gets back to America. He sends all his men out to go kill a moose and stuff it. Well, apparently it's a lot tougher to stuff a moose than you'd think. So they just sent a carcass of a moose to France.
Oh my God. Just a dead fucking moose? They're like, check it out. This is real.
This is real. This is what we were talking about, bitch ass.
I forget. I think it was it could have been Jefferson, or maybe it was one of the founding fathers.
Mm-hmm.
They went over to the French.
Oh, that was Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, Benjamin Franklin went over to the French to go
just to fuck.
No, to discuss the Louisiana Purchase. So what happened?
Jefferson.
It was Jefferson, yeah. So what happened? This is actually fucking crazy. So he went over there and was like, "Look, we gotta figure something out because this isn't working for us. We want like I forget what they wanted. They wanted like to buy access to the canal or something to get imports in and exports out or whatever. But at this time, the French were doing so poorly, like their economy was trash. They had no money, so they were like, "No, you just have to go ahead and buy this whole fucking thing." And so he was like, all right, he was acting as the treasurer of the United States government. Yeah, so he was literally able to be like, okay, I can write this fucking check over and buy this from you guys.
Let me look up who it was.
Yeah, look up who it was. But so he was like, it was like fucking with him mentally because he was like, I don't believe that anyone should have this much power in the government, but I need to do this for the country. So he had like to do this internal battle. So he ended up just buying all of he paid $45 million for like all of it was like 4 states or something. It was like Florida.
More than that.
Yeah, it was a lot of land.
Louisiana up.
Yeah. So we got a fuck ton of land from it. But at the same time, after he had left, I forget which general it was, but they were like
Napoleon. Oh wait, in America?
Yeah, I forget who it was, but one of the U.S.
James
generals.
Monroe. We were both wrong.
Okay, so Monroe was out there fucking dealing with those fucking frogs. Back at home, dude, do you know what we decided to do? We said we sent him as a diplomat to go take care of this. We have a head start. They just started attacking them like a week after he left. We just started invading. We invaded like their territory. We're killing them. And by the time that they got word of the attack, they had already sold. The Louisiana Purchase already went through.
Jefferson, who was not sure if one man should have that much power in the government.
So it was Jefferson who went?
Yeah, but no, he was the one with the negotiating, but Monroe was over there.
Oh. Well,
it doubled the United States in size.
Yeah. And it's funny that we literally paid for it, and they're like, well, we're still going to attack you guys for it. Like,
just in case.
Yeah, just because fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
I also don't think they left planning on buying it, but they came back and were like, hey, we bought it. And they're like, oh, yeah, we also killed a bunch of French people and sent them packing anyways.
If you live next to a French person long enough, you're going to want to kill them.
I think maybe they knew. They were like, we're going to buy it, but
we also don't want you to be
we're going to wait a week. So then your communication is delayed. So then we can look like we're negotiating, but we're just
killing frogs.
We're just killing frogs and taking this land anyways.
They aren't eating enough birds.
No.
Eat more birds, bro.
And the only reason why we don't own Canada is because of the fucking Brits.
And it's cold up there.
We would have taken it anyways. We would have done fuck all with it, but we would have had it.
What would we have done with Canada? We could just send our criminals.
Military bases.
Criminals.
We should start doing that now.
Yeah.
Just start emptying out our prisons
and putting them in Canada.
Worth it. Yeah, or anywhere really.
Quality.
You can't make a joke about that though, because people will yell at you and they'll be like, "That's not right. Everyone deserves liberty." Fuck off.
I know.
All right.
Have you looked at the Middle East?
Yeah. Have you seen guys? They don't even respect each other.
What? What are we at?
Like 19. All right. I have a would you rather.
Hit me with it.
All right. Would you rather go blind or deaf for an hour every time after you came? Would you rather go blind for an hour after you eject, or would you go deaf for 1 hour after you eject? And how are you playing that off? Because that changes everything. Death?
Yeah, and I'm doing it a lot less.
Oh, deaf. I thought you said death, like you kill yourself. You go deaf.
Yeah.
Well, that's hard to explain.
How do you explain blind, motherfucker?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If you're blind, you can't be like.
And you're just. I can't imagine.
Around.
Yeah, you'd have to choose deaf, but then every time after you came, you'd have to be like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna hear for the first 45 minutes when I'm back from break." Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I gotta listen.
Back from break.
Michael jerks off on his break. He
No,
gets so charged up dealing with these elderly people. He goes, I gotta crank one out.
In the mouth, bro.
I'm just saying. And then he comes back to work and he has headphones in, but he can't hear a damn thing. He's still deaf. He's gonna be deaf. He's gonna be like, so I'm on the phone with my mom. But you would sound like you're like, I'm on the phone with my mom.
I talk, mom.
Yeah. You'd have to choose deaf.
Anytime anyone ever tries to call you on it, you read their list and you go, potty time.
Yeah.
Skedaddle.
I'm not feeling good. I have to sit in the bathroom for 45 minutes until I can hear again.
You know who do that?
What?
My black coworkers. They love to sit in the bathroom for 45 minutes.
If that would
Just
really,
hiding.
it would really be disgusting if you were
Pisses
trying to
me
talk
off.
to someone and they'd be like, I can't hear you. You'd be like, ew. Fucking
I was
nasty.
born this way, you sick fuck.
Yeah, you got home early. I didn't expect I thought I had an hour to not hear anything.
I can't see you.
That'd
I'm
be
just
crazy.
trying to meditate.
Some guys would just be like, fuck it, I'm just not going to hear on Wednesday. I'm taking the day off. I'm
Could
just
you
gonna
imagine
get
if
it
it
all out of me.
stacks?
Like the time stacks?
Yeah.
That'd be hell.
So if you could do it once, you can get it over and over again, but after the last time. But if you do it, bless you,
Thank
thinking
you.
that it doesn't stack and you're just like, all right, I can't hear now, so might as well do it again. You get like 4 or 5 off, and then you're deaf the next 5 hours.
You're like, I'm not going to be able to hear for the rest
Who
of the
gives a
day.
fuck?
Yeah, I might as well just keep
It's
cranking
only
it.
gonna be an hour. Might as well get it out, and then. How long has it been since I last heard?
Yeah, there'd just be guys walking around
Holy fuck!
like
I have a
deaf,
problem.
full-time deaf.
I have a problem. I'm always jerking it.
I'm always deaf.
I'm always at the public library jerking it.
It would just have to be a nighttime thing.
Yeah,
'Cause if
it
it's
should
like-
always be a nighttime.
Because if it's like, oh, I won't be able to see for an hour, who gives a fuck? If that's the last thing I do, then who gives a shit? But then you're vulnerable to attacks for an hour.
What if it stayed like while you were unconscious? That time didn't count.
That come on, man.
Why
That's
would
fucked.
you do that?
Or if you didn't, you'd wake up deaf. You'd be like, oh fuck, I still have fucking 50 minutes of this shit. I have to be deaf until I get to work. First thing I hear is some annoying ass person be like, I need a schedule. Be like,
Medicare, please.
be like, dude, I just hang up, bro. Whenever it's something I don't understand, I just hang it up. I go, must have been a bad connection. I just go, hello? See, that's the thing people don't realize is that when you're on the phone, you can just pretend that you don't hear them. You just keep saying hello, hello.
I just masturbated in my car. I'm sorry. Hello.
I can't hear. I think I'd have to say hello,
I just
hello
ejacked
for
all
an
over the
hour to
windshield.
these phone calls. Be like, I can't hear anyone. The fire alarm could be going off. I have no idea. I'm still picking up calls. Hello, hello,
Goodbye.
hello. I just fucking hang it up. Yeah, whenever it's like some fucking
We
like
have
super
so
old
many
person,
fire drills at work, bro.
I just go, hello. I can hear him 100%. Hello, can you hear me? You have to bite your tongue. You go, hello. You just keep hitting over with hellos, and then you go, all right, I guess I can't hear anything. And then you see that number, call again. It's like, I'm not picking it up.
Hello.
Let someone else get it, or I'll go to voicemail. I'll delete the voicemail. Fuck them. No, I'm
He doesn't
kidding.
do that.
I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
He just continually does the hello bit.
Hello? Hello? It's hilarious.
What were we just talking about? Oh yeah, we constantly get fire alarms at work, dude.
What
At
is
the
up with
nursing
that?
home.
Just let them fucking fry.
We have to go and shut all the doors to their rooms so we don't hear them scream.
Is that what it is?
I don't know why we have to shut the doors, but we do.
So just in case they're
To make
in
it
there.
harder to rescue them, I guess.
Yeah. Or corral them.
Doors burn, bro.
Doors do burn, but old people,
do
as they
old
get older,
people.
they start acting more like wild animals. Like they just are trying to escape. They just want to be outside. They don't know what they're doing or where they're going. That's
They
old
long
people.
for the ocean.
Yeah, old. Shit, you may have a point. Maybe that's where old people are trying to go. It's
Yeah,
like when
dude.
cats run into the
They
woods
all
to go
moved
die,
Florida.
or like dogs just stop eating. They get that sense. They're like,
Your
Might-
grandparents, when they talked about moving to Florida, that was them just getting called to the ocean to die.
Michael, you actually may be onto something. Old people want to be around. They want to be outside and like close to water
To die.
when they die. Yeah, that must be our thing.
They want to look at the ocean when they die. Be like, I never went in you, and I lived to be 103 years old. Thank God. You're
I've
my
never
worst
stepped foot into
enemy."
this fucking water.
Yeah.
What a disgusting place. Not only
That's so-
Florida,
'cause
but the
old people
ocean.
don't go in the ocean. I don't understand why you moved to Florida if you're not even gonna go in the ocean?
I think it's because everyone who lives down there is extremely ignorant, and the older you get, the less like neuron activity you have in your brain. So you're a fucking retard. And the people who live down there naturally, the sun has cooked their brain to the point where they're also retarded. So you're like with like-minded people.
You know what's crazy to me?
Talking to Cubans.
People...
You're like 78, making friends with like 32-year-old Cuban men.
Playing dominoes.
Yeah. Now you're
it's
Cuban.
Crazy to me when like liberal people from the Northeast, they go down to places like Florida and they key a car with a Trump sticker on it. Like, guys, some places you're not making out of town.
Yeah.
You die there. Even though you're white, you can still die in the South for upsetting them.
What that's kind of what I don't
People
understand.
think whites are getting a little cocky with other whites. Even
they
other
have
whites
been.
are about. There's about to be a spike in white on white crime.
What I don't understand is there's been like a brainwash of the Democratic Party, and I don't want people to start clicking off because whatever. Just listen. I'm also Democrat, but there has been some kind of brainwashing going on where Democrats, for whatever reason, believe that America sucks.
Yeah, what's up,
dude?
with that?
You are a fucking retard if you believe that. Go to any. I watched. Oh my god, I watched this fucking this person, this guy who wears women's clothes, gets off a plane in Turkey. Within 15 minutes, dude, he had men, women, and children beating him outside of the airport while the security guards watched. And they ripped off his dress and his wig, and they were slapping him, and they were saying, "Go back to America." They're calling him the F word.
Fucker.
Yeah, sure. They were doing all kinds of crazy shit, and people hail Turkey as like they have democracy, they're a fucking first world nation. Dude, they were literally.
Bro, who's hailing Turkey?
If you go and look online, dude, all these shitty countries have people who are like, we're the best, we're the best, we're the best.
Yeah, people are retarded. They love their shitty countries. People in Estonia think Estonia is number one.
Estonia is
Estonia's
fuck
not even the top
Estonia.
150, bro.
If anyone from Estonia is listening to this, first, subscribe to the podcast. Second, fuck Estonia. Bro, come on.
The only good Estonian is Ari Shaffir. No, not Ari. What's his last name?
I don't know. Oh,
the guy from
Ari
Kilkenny.
Matter?
Yeah.
I think that's his name. I don't know. But, yeah.
I don't like Ari Shaffir, now that I mention that.
Ari's great.
No.
You don't like comedy, bro.
He's not that
you know
funny,
like
dude.
6 stand-ups, and you don't like them.
Did you watch a stand-up I sent you?
Ari's?
No. The white guy?
No, not yet.
Dude, you need to.
No, but to get back onto this whole America thing, it's fucking crazy to me. Like, we are the most liberal nation in the world, and there are people in our country who are like, we live under a regime. You're a fucking idiot if you truly believe that. Yeah, our government can suck from time to time, but
it's way better
it's
than other
it's way
places.
1,000,000% better. You guys want to see what a fucking when you hand over power to the civilians in certain countries, you know what happens? You get the fucking Taliban.
Yes.
And
you
they
do.
outlaw women's voices in public.
Yes.
That is fucking what
We're
the fuck
one
are we talking
election
about?
away from that.
Apparently, yeah, we're one step away, according to some
Apparently.
people. And there's the other half of the country is like, actually, fuck women. We need to put them in we need to wrap them up, keep them inside.
No, they're not actually like that, though. That's what the liberals are thinking. You've been
Is it?
brainwashed, dude.
No, it's not. I'm not brainwashed, dude. They literally are openly sexist. And I'm not
Well,
one
yeah,
to like
they're
fucking
like-
be like, hey,
they're
we
like,
need to treat, you
Cook
know.
dinner. Shit like that, maybe. but
That's
they're
what I'm
not,
saying.
Like, they're not like you have to cover up, stay inside.
But also they've
Yeah, you can show
they've
your
been preaching
kids.
this whole like different kind of lifestyle where like women wear like beige colored clothes and stay at home with their 6 kids.
Who are you talking about, dude? Who are these people?
Michael, I'm telling you, it's not something I'm searching up. You go on TikTok and it's called like I forget the name of it, but now it's this big push to be like women wearing like dresses all the time, and they're like, I make my own applesauce and butter for my husband. He works in a coal mine.
Yeah, that's white trash.
I don't know what it is, but there's a big push
That's
for.
a water park, bro.
I mean, the water park people they're getting fucking cell phones and hooked up to the internet then because that's a ton of
They've
content I'm
been
seeing.
connected to the internet.
I have no idea what it's called,
You
but
ever
it
seen
sounds.
a fucked recipe on TikTok?
Oh my
That's
god,
water
they're
park
always
all
cooking
over.
that bullshit.
And it's always water park people.
Water park people, if you get anything off of TikTok, whether you buy it from the shop or a recipe idea, you're a fucking idiot too.
Specifically, recipes.
Pacifically?
Pacifically like the ocean.
Yeah. if you get a recipe off TikTok, you're like, this fried lasagna looks delicious.
Don't fry lasagna, motherfuckers.
What
the hell are we doing here?
This
we
is
don't
the kind
need to
of
fry
this
Italian
is
food.
this is the caliber of people we're dealing with.
We don't need to fry Italian food. Don't do that, bitch ass.
Finish that sentence, bruh.
Only white people fry Italian food. Black people don't cook Italian food.
You don't think
Cracker? If they do, they put like shrimp in it, and then I'm like, that's not even Italian food anymore. So go to hell.
Yeah, you're not.
It's not even recognizable.
It is gross. I don't like. I mean,
you don't
seafood.
like Italian food, dude?
I like Italian food. I don't like Italian people though.
Thought I had. All right, brother.
Italian people are disgusting. Italian people are disgusting.
Yeah, keep talking that shit, motherfucker.
I mean, have you seen the state of your country?
Have you seen the state of every other country besides the United States, bro?
Korea's number one. There's one person in there that is openly shitting on the entire country, and people are just assaulting him.
Yeah, dude. I wish I could do that here.
I'm so proud to be Korean, dude. You have no idea, especially right now, dude. And I put a comment up on Reddit, dude. All I said was, I hope Johnny Somali gets beaten worse. And they fucking removed it, and they gave me a community guideline strike. What the fuck? I wanted to message them back and be like, yo, make a person read this. This motherfucker is allowed to go to Korea, act like a motherfucker, and I can't say I hope he gets beaten? Yeah, what the fuck?
You can't say that.
Why can't I say that?
It's inciting violence against the Supreme Court.
What? Mm-hmm. The Supreme Court said that? They said I can't say I hope this person gets fucking beaten.
No, you said I hope he gets beaten worse.
I do.
You can't like. Actually, I don't see how that could be against it. The Supreme Court said you can't say go beat these people worse.
Yeah, that's inciting violence.
Yeah,
if I had like a
good.
million Korean followers and I said
fucking Chinese
go
out.
Beat this motherfucker.
We're getting commied out, bro.
I would just if that
I'm
was
so
me.
Tired of how we're imposing commie shit on the United States. Why can't we say whatever the fuck we want on the internet? I mean, we did either way on this podcast, but
that is true. We really do
say a lot on TikTok.
We get a lot of, and yeah, we get almost every single one of our videos at some point. It's not, but people flag it because they don't like the content.
Ones are fine.
The racist ones actually get the most amount of shares.
We need to just find our audience, dude.
We're trying desperately.
I know. Send it to your friends. If you listen to this podcast every week, send it to your fucking friends.
I see. There's people consistently listen to this. It's the same people, but they consistently listen. We need to start getting involved. We have to have like a number or something for them to reach out to us. We'll call your retarded ass. You can be a guest.
Yeah. Put a girl on.
Do you know Tim? You know, you're aware of Tim Dillion.
Yeah.
Do you know what's been going on with him recently, though?
As far as swing right.
Well, not only that, but he's like, it's actually kind of sad what he's up to. He's kind of abandoned doing comedy, and I'm not going to say he's abandoned doing stand-up.
Successful.
His podcast is successful, but he's like simping to like to A-list celebrities so fucking hard. I watched like an expose on it. People were talking about how the only thing he's doing with his career is positioning himself to try to be with A-list celebrities.
That sucks. Why would you do that?
I don't know. He tries so hard. And if you look at his Instagram, he's always like taking pictures with celebrities. And like it's just
that's a terrible idea. You're going far right. You can't be questioning about the A-list celebrities. Right?
Not only that, like why do you want to be friends with these fucking people?
Obviously, that's number one, but they're mentally ill people anyway. So they're like, yeah, I want to be recognized by this A-list celebrity. But you can't be far right and going after the A-listers. Does he live in Texas?
He lived in Texas for a little bit, and then when he realized that he wanted to be friends with all the celebrities instead of doing stand-up, and I'm not saying comics need to move to Texas. Actually, there needs to be a mass exodus out of Texas.
To Ohio.
He moved back to California.
And he's far right in Cali?
I do not understand. He's real-life Cartman. He's a real life Cartman. Tim Dillion is actually just fucking Cartman from South Park. He's a angry, chunky kid who never grew up, and he just says horrific shit, and he wants to take pictures with people who he thinks is cool. That's his entire life.
He has a gospel album, bro.
He has a gospel? Fuck off. No, he doesn't.
That was a Cartman joke, bro. Bruh. Enlighten yourself. I'm still pretty tired.
It's that Alani didn't really hit the spot. No, but Yeah, he's a real life Cartman. I can't imagine a comic who has a sadder existence right now than him.
Yeah, you can.
Who?
Think about anybody on a cruise ship.
Cruise ship comics, at least they know their spot. At least they know I'm at the bottom of the food chain right now, but at least I'm not Tim Dillon. At least I'm not fucking Tim Dillon.
I wake up every day and I'm like, at least I'm not fucking Tim Dillon. That sucks. Poor Tim. At least I'm not Tom Segura. I would love to be Tom Segura, just killing people in lakes.
Pushing them in,
watching them drown.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. There's the sledgehammer.
I don't know. The thing is like when you become famous, you have to. It's very. I think now I'm starting to get the feeling that it's difficult to do. Not achieving becoming a celebrity,
but being one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be an A-list celebrity,
dude. If I even had like 10,000 followers on any platform, I'm pretty sure that I would be facing some kind of charges because I would just be sending out crazy shit.
Yeah, we'd have to watch that. We'd have to get someone to control our socials.
Do you think we could, anything that I've said, we could get in trouble for? Because now I'm thinking, like...
I always call the ones that were, like, close.
If we dissected some of the things that we say on the podcast,
I
it's like...
stop this.
If a jury was listening...
We're kidding.
Yeah, we got to be better about that.
Oh, I do it either way. You don't even realize.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad I have you here to fucking just be like,
stop,
he's just kidding. That. Like, when I was joking about voting for my parents...
Yeah, you can't do that.
I think we can, because
especially with what's about to happen if he loses. You can't be saying you voted twice.
Bro, I'm JD Vance. As soon as I cast my vote, I loaded all my guns and I'm standing by my door protecting the people I love. That's what he said. Bro. That's what he said.
Scary, dude.
He's a fucking retard.
No, he's able to trick people, dude. Did you see that debate? He's a scary psychopath.
What debate?
Where he eviscerated Tim Walz.
When? Did they debate each other?
Yeah, you didn't watch the vice presidential debate?
No, I didn't watch the goddamn vice presidential debate.
I watched both.
Who
dude.
gives a fuck? I watched the one with Kamala and Trump.
When he's going to be running for president.
And Kamala's drunk ass just walked all over.
Women, bro.
Are you ready for that? I'm ready for that.
You ready for a woman president?
I'm ready for a woman president.
I don't know, dude.
I'm fucking... Who gives a fuck, dude?
I don't want to go to war.
You think we're going to go to war? We're already in war, bro. We are in the first stages of World War III.
World War III until certain people are
This is why people are like, oh my God, we need to stop. We're in the brink of going to war. We have been going to war since the inception of this fucking country. Okay, this is not anything new. You guys think Russia is literally trying to take you. They said we no longer recognize the sovereignty of Ukraine. It belongs to Russia. We're going to take it. We give them missiles so they can hit hospitals now. You think we're not involved in this shit? Same with Israel. You guys don't think we're already we literally gave bombs to Israel to have them hit Russian targets in the Middle East.
As we should.
Yeah, we are in, it's not a Cold War. It's heating up.
War.
We're getting there.
Lukewarm war right
so
now.
For anyone who's still like thinking about World War III, it's already began. You're just not involved in politics enough to realize that, or you just may be stupid. But we're definitely there, dude.
Yeah, no, I know.
You're getting drafted.
No, I'm not. I can't
yes.
serve.
I'm going to call a recruiter on your behalf.
I've been on medicine. They can't serve for 3 years.
You know they waive all that when the draft picks up. They go...
They don't.
You know, the first couple waves of the draft, it's not even. They don't even go to the birthdays. They go, fuck it, that's last resort. What we do is we empty out the mental hospitals.
That's Russia, bro.
We need to start. We need a suicide squad. As soon as World War III actually pops off, what we need is a suicide squad. We're gonna take the craziest people from jail and mental hospitals. We're gonna put bombs in their neck, and we're gonna give them the biggest
bombs in their neck.
Yeah, we're gonna give them the biggest guns they can carry, and we go, there they are.
We're not Arabs.
The people, the shadow people that you've been talking to, that you've been running away from, all the doctors that have been crawling in through your windows, they're over there. You go shoot until you're out of ammo, and then get close to them, and then we'll fucking Jihadi you next lifetime, bro. That's what we need to do.
Those shadows people are over there in the Middle East.
The shadow people.
If you're psychic,
the people that stole that girlfriend.
They're all in the Middle East, bro.
Those doctors.
All of them live in the Middle East. Go over there and fuck it up.
The people behind all the cameras.
Just kidding. Don't actually go fuck up the Middle East.
This would actually spin a schizophrenic person out if they listen to this.
They're all in the Middle East. All of them. Not Israel. They're not in Israel. They're in Lebanon.
They're in Syria and Iraq.
Iran.
Go get them, boys.
Pakistan and Bangladesh.
Just go hog wild.
Hog wild.
We should
there.
just start we should just from
Dude.
planes. Like,
you know my
there,
opinion on these people. You're trying to get me to go off, and I'm not going to.
What? The Middle East?
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Ants, bro.
He's calling them ants under
Fire
his breath.
ants, dude.
Fire ants because it's
Fire.
hot and dangerous
Nah,
in the Middle East.
They're real feisty.
They're
real feisty all over the place. Wherever they settle down.
What are those? There is a kind of bug that once you start fucking with it, it spits hot liquid at you. Those are Middle Eastern people.
All ants spit sulfuric acid, dude.
No, they don't.
Almost all of them.
Ants?
Have you not been, or not sulfuric acid, whatever acid. They spit acid. Have you not been watching?
Not all
Canada,
ants,
bro?
dude.
Most of them, or they have trap jaws.
I like a good working bug. I like bugs that know their place.
Girls.
Yeah,
Like
they
working
go.
girls on the
I'm a defensive bug. If I sting once, I'm gonna die because it rips my fucking heart out for some reason.
And I can't wait to do it.
Yeah, and they immediately give their lives. Bees are jihadi.
Obviously.
Anything for the queen. And just fucking
Anything
kill
for
themselves.
Osama. I'll fly right into that tower. For
You know,
Osama.
that must be like a real mind fuck working in like the CIA and the FBI and like in the fucking deep corners of the government dealing with like these hard extreme terrorists.
Like, why do they think like this?
Dude, well, they're living like they live in biblical times. They live and they like eat like 3-day-old bread for their only meal. They eat like one piece of fruit and then they pray in a cave.
And they have modern weapons.
They have modern weapons and they are trying to fight the biggest nation in the world and their death is victory. Just to wrap your mind around that, it's like, who made this up?
You're just like, what the fuck is going on right now?
We're just in a really awkward time in history. We're just
They've
like
been
kind of
like this throughout history, dude.
What do we do about that?
There's nothing to do.
Because if we put them on oh my god, I was about to
There's
say, I'm going to say it anyways.
You can
if
do.
we
You
put
can't put them in camps.
if we put them on another planet, if we made Mars habitable and we put them there, dude, at some point, don't you think we would fucking see missiles start coming out of Mars and then coming to Earth
as soon as they have access to them?
What the fuck? Why? Why do they want to blow us up?
Because they're not following Allah.
Dude, fuck Allah, bro. Listen, this is the official stance of We Didn't Say That. If you're an extremist, fuck you and fuck your God.
Right,
we could give a fuck.
It's not.
This is how Michael believes.
It is.
He said,
but
if you don't believe in Christ, he's going to kill you with his fucking bare hands.
Say that.
This is what he said off camera. This is what he's been saying off camera. Whenever he gets to my house, he goes, I open the door, I'm like, yo, what's up, Mike? He goes, if anyone doesn't believe in Christ in here, I'm going to beat them to death with my hands. And I go, that's crazy, but I'm glad you're my friend.
That is how I walk into rooms.
You start looking for any infidels.
So anyone not believe in Christ, raise your hand. All right, good.
Maybe what our role is we need to like contact all of the doctors and scientists and researchers that have lost their licenses to practice. We need to get them into a lab and we go, guys, we need you to create a drug that we can give the mentally ill to make them super soldiers for like 72 hours.
And long to go to the Middle East.
Yeah. And we just got to start, and then we got to bring it to the government, and we're going to be like, the military, well, you have no idea what we have cooked up for you guys. They'll be like, what is it? New weapon? Be like, yes, we have a new weapon.
It's like
it's
what they do to us.
Yeah, it's
just sending cells to the mentally unwell.
Do you know how like a Middle Eastern terrorist, they need to like radicalize someone for like 15 years before they get them to the point where they're ready to blow themselves up? That we figured it out how it's an injectable now.
It takes them 15 years to figure out how to trick someone into blowing themselves up.
You gotta
I feel like it shouldn't take that long.
I'm thinking it
Maybe
takes
a
a
year and a
while
half.
for someone to radicalize someone who was not born into it. If you were born into it, then you're radicalized day one.
Cult people work in the United States? It's quick. What's them suck? They're not even good at it. In the United States, you can trick someone into willingly getting beaten every day for like a year.
The thing, I think it's just they take the approach. Their life is like we live in jail basically. So everything we do, it's just about little victories, and we have time on our side.
It's about the little victories in in the Middle East.
So every single time they're
they do
able,
not have time on their side. They want to blow themselves up.
well, dude, they've been at war for
we didn't say that.
thousands of years. They have
We
time.
didn't say that.
They have time to plan and
This has
plot.
been the podcast.
Explain the tunnels, Michael. That's time.
Koreans, bro.
That's time. It ain't no fucking
Koreans
Koreans,
tunnel,
bro.
bro.
Fuck off. Koreans. All right, this is over.